Hi students, today we're gonna take a lesson about Turtle part 5, and we're gonna study something new that it calls Python functions. A function is a block of code. This is very important to know. The function is a block of code which only runs when it's called. There is some function that already built in Python in the Python library that we can call it. For example, print. This print, it's a function and it already exists in a Python library. But can I create my own function? Yes. So I need to create a block of code that when it's called, it's gonna work with this function. So can I do it even with parameter? Yes. Let's say print. There is a parameter when I say hello. So it's gonna print hello. So this we call it parameter. This is without parameter. So can I create all of that? Yes. That means what? I can create a function by using definition. So I can create a definition for this function, and after that I call it. So this def, def, means I can create my own function. So you can see here, def my function. This name, I can create it as I want. I am free to call it with any name. After that, I am gonna use a code inside. I need what? When I am calling my function, I need to say hello from a function. So as soon as I create something like that and I call it after, so if I type my function bracket bracket, it's gonna run this and it's gonna tell me hello from a function. To better understand, let's create, if I want to create a function to draw a square. Can I do it? Let's see together. So I'm gonna go to the shell. I'm gonna create a new file. Let's say I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna save it as in my desktop. I'm gonna save it as create definition or create function, something like that, and I save it. So my program called create function. So I'm gonna do exactly what I'm doing every time. So I'm gonna import turtle. After that, I'm going to create a screen. So I'm gonna say turtle dot get screen, and after that I can create a turtle called T, and this stuff we got it before, so we know it from before. Now I need to create a square, but I don't want to create a square that I want to repeat this code many times. I want to make a definition. I can create a function called square, and when I call it, it's gonna do the square. So how can I do that? I can write def, which is definition. I call my function with anything, so I'm gonna call it square with this way, and I'm gonna add bracket bracket colon, and I start to add my code. My code, it could be something like T forward 100, T left 90, T forward 100, T left 90, and so on 4 times. But we learned something more sophisticated that I can use the for in range. So for I in range, and I'm gonna say for colon, and I'm gonna repeat only 2 lines, which is T forward 100, and after that T left 90. So that means what? I'm telling the I, you start from 0, you make the first line. After that 1, you make another line. After that 2, you make another line. After that 3, you make a line. So I will get the 4 side of the square. I'm not going to reach 4 because this is in the range. So for I in range 4, it will create my square. Now, if I want to test it, if I want to see if it's going to work or not, I go far like that and I'm going to say square bracket bracket. That means what? That means this one as a definition. After that, as soon as I ask square, it's going to go to the definition, read it, run it for me. So let's see if I run it, how it's going to happen. Here we go. I didn't type this as a code. I didn't write this as a code. This is a code inside the function square. So I created a block of code, and after that I call it at the end. So with this knowledge, I can create a program and call a function that I created and doing something with this way. And this is going to be your assignment. How can I use something like that, a definition of function, and use it to create something with this way? I'm going to run this program and you will see it now. And this is going to be your assignment. For sure, I cannot create a code that it has all this number of square. It's not smart because I'm not going to finish until tomorrow to repeat the same thing with this number of square. Impossible. So there is a method for sure to call the function that I created, and it can repeat it with this way. So I want to run it in front of you. You see how it works, and after that I would ask you to do it as an assignment and think, how can I create a program or a code with this way to draw all this number of square with this shape, as you can see. And after that, it's gonna stop at the last one. Perfect. So this is it gonna be your assignment, but don't forget that you need to create a code using a function. You need to create a function as we did, and after that you can use it in your program to create the number of square that we saw it before. So this is as an assignment. Good luck. Try how I can use a function and call it back to create a code with this way. Thank you for listening.